In spring, we celebrate Arbor Day by recognizing all the benefits that trees bring to our communities and ecosystems all over the planet. The first Arbor Day was celebrated in 1872 in Nebraska City. They planted hundreds of thousands of trees, and we're still celebrating today. Now, what we're looking at today is celebrating the benefits of big trees, the ones that sequester all the carbon, bring all the water from the ground back up into the atmosphere, provide home and pantry for innumerable insects, birds, and small mammals, and shade our roads and buildings, saving us tons of energy. If it weren't for all these benefits, we might not want trees growing near our parking lots, buildings, power lines, and people. But if we can recognize the body language of trees and identify some signs that a whole tree or part of the tree might fail at some point in the future, then we can more actively manage those trees. So when we're looking for signs of poor structure in a tree, one of the first signs and obvious signs that we can look for is decay cavities in a tree. These columns of decay will move vertically up and down through the trunk of the tree, and they will compromise the structural integrity of every branch that's attached to it. So we can see the response wood as the tree responds to the damage of this decay and tries to seal over. Trees do not heal and restore tissue to its original function. They grow over with new wood. Now, as we can see with this beautiful ginkgo tree, we have both codominant stems, similar in thickness, similar in length, and bark inclusion, where there is just no attachment between these two stems until we get somewhere about down in here. Now, if you can remember on Thanksgiving with your brother or cousin pulling on one part of the wishbone to see who gets the bigger half, that's exactly what will happen if and when there's a failure between these two parts of the tree. Here on this linden, we have a fantastic example of bark inclusion, where we have a branch attaching to the stem, but all this area right in here is not actually attached to the tree. Our attachment is down here. So as this branch continues to get thicker, longer, and heavier, the attachment that it has to the tree is not proportionally keeping up, causing for a weak union that's likely to fail at some point. Now, a couple other smaller warning signs to watch for in your large shade trees include branches that are rubbing or crossing others and growing back into the canopy. We'll want to address those. And also any branches that have broken in the past but are still hanging on up in the canopy and waiting to fall at a later time, we want to have those come down on our terms. Now, from a safety standpoint, with your big shade trees, we definitely don't want to be doing work that's high up off the ground or work that's removing large portions of the tree. Or if you're near power lines, you definitely want to get a professional involved. So call a certified arborist with the Nebraska Arborist Association or the International Society of Arboriculture. Celebrate your big trees. They're doing wonderful things in your landscape, and do it safely with a professional involved.